Hey, and welcome to Turo Fitness Podcast, a podcast for people who want to get no BS information about fitness and know that fitness is about so much more than losing scale weight. It's about feeling confident in your skin and empowered in your life. I'm your host, Turo Virta, personal trainer, strength and nutrition coach, and most of all, a husband of my beautiful wife, Miriam. Each week, my guests and me will give you some no BS fitness tips and motivate you to take action in your own personal fitness journey as we talk about nutrition, exercise, mindset, personal development, and executing in life with enjoyable but still effective strategies. If your goal is to look better, feel and be strong and experience transformation from inside out, you, my friend, are in the right place. Thank you for jumping in, and now let's jump into today's episode. Hey, and welcome to this Turo Fitness podcast. In today's episode, I'm talking about supplements, and I'm having 5 most beneficial supplements, but also 5 supplements list of supplements which are totally not worth of your money. And I'm going to tell what I'm using myself, what I recommend, and a little bit what is science telling about these supplements and to who they should be using these supplements. So, because there are so many supplements, it's a huge business. And for most of the people, like for my clients, they are either using supplements that are not worth of your money, or then they are not maybe using something what could actually help. But before getting into that episode, I want to tell that supplements, they are not necessary. You don't necessarily need supplements, but some supplements can really help you to improve your workouts or your overall health or diet. And which supplements are the most beneficial, which you should be avoiding, that you will find out in this episode. So I want to get started with what is the most beneficial supplements, and that is number 1, gotta be in this list, protein powder. So it's not, if you are not using protein powder, it's you are not getting enough protein. It's helping you to reach your protein goals. And this was something that I was avoiding myself for a long time, as I was always think that, those powders, they are not helping, but it have made huge impact, not only on my hunger levels, but also in my progress in my workouts. When I have been strength training, I have seen huge improvements in my strength within the past 2.5 years, and just simply focusing on eating enough protein. I haven't been counting my calories. I have been basically just following or trying to hit my protein goal, or actually I have rules how I will make sure that I get some bare minimum, which is for me 120 grams of protein every single day. And even that is not optimal. It's bare minimum what I will do. And protein, I'm not going to go for all benefits, but basically protein powder is just one way to add more protein. It's like if somebody, you rather eat some chicken breast, go for chicken breast. It's a better protein source than protein powder, but protein powder is just a convenient way to do it. So it helps you with muscle growth, quick recovery, and weight management, as you will feel often fuller when you hit your protein goals. So who should then use it? It's mostly like all athletes, or if you are interested about your weight management, you want to change your body composition, especially if you are vegetarian or vegan, or you are trying to lose weight. So how much you should be eating protein, like that is a different topic, but it's 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram on your weight, or it could be that it's even a little bit high dose. So I always like to use 1.6 grams. And if you have a lot of weight to lose, you could be using your goal body weight and multiply that with 1.6. And if you are using pounds, same maths apply, but just use it 0.7 to 1 gram per kilo body weight. I'm telling a little bit my own examples how I use protein powder, because there are so many protein powders, which are the most beneficial or which are the best, like what I would recommend to use. I personally use whey protein powder, and that is probably the best supplement. It's the most affordable, but also the best one what is available. And how I do it personally, I use just without any taste. I use neutral whey protein powder. I add it in my breakfast smoothie. My breakfast is every single day. I eat some sorts of fruits, like there's always one banana. And now it's then seasonal fruits like an apple, maybe some berry, maybe some other berries which are seasonal. I mix those with Greek yogurt, which I have 250 grams, but that for most people that might be a little bit lot of food. I just like to eat a lot in morning, and then I add a scoop of protein powder. So I get 50 grams of protein every single morning for my breakfast. And then whey protein powder, you could be obviously drinking it with the shake. I just add it in my smoothie with Greek yogurt and mix it together in a blender. So that is my way to use it. I don't mix it with some, but you could be using it for baking or adding it with some yogurt if you want to add some protein. You don't have to have like I like to use. I don't like some additional taste, so I like to use it just as a powder. Then second best, probably from my opinion, is casein protein. It's basically I'm not going to explain now everything, all details, what is the difference, but basically what is the difference between whey and casein protein. Casein protein takes a little bit longer to digest. So whey protein is kind of the most optimal if you use it after your workouts, before workouts. So it's abstracting pretty fast. And casein protein, let's say that you take protein shake before going to bed, so it takes a little bit longer to absorb. So that is other good protein source or protein powder source. Basically, it doesn't matter. There is so many like egg white protein, vegan protein powder, which I have used in the past, but basically those don't make that big difference. They are all more or less the same. So what kind of protein powder I use, I have, like I said, I take personally whey protein powder, neutral, and other one is casein protein, and that I don't drink every day, but let's say that 4 or 5 days in a week, I have a casein protein shake. In addition, maybe in the morning, if I don't have time, some days I'm having just a cottage cheese or other Greek yogurt. But if I don't feel that I need to eat something or I'm not physically hungry, I rather have that protein shake. And that is already in morning. That's my way to get my 75 grams of protein already before lunch. And those are, because I'm kind of guy that I rather stick into my routine. I built my plan that I get, even in my worst day, I have 75 grams of protein already before going to lunch, because I'm a person who likes to eat a lot. And that when I'm making sure that I have those routines in my place, in my day already, I tend to eat a little bit less during the lunch. And that have worked very well for me. Then other supplement, number 2, what is the most beneficial? That must be creatine. And creatine is something what I personally, I wasn't aware what it is, how it is to use, and for what if it's actually good or not. And creatine is probably it's at the moment, it's still very cheap to use. And it's a kind of workout supplement, which have also some all research is all the time. They're coming with new possible benefits like cognitive health, for cancer, preventing cancer, and that is it's so important supplement, and one of the most beneficial, most researched supplement what there is, and so beneficial. So I definitely recommend to use creatine for everybody. And what it is, how it's affecting, like that it increases your muscle strength and power, and it's improving your exercise performance. So basically, if you are doing, for example, strength training, it helps you to boost. You usually get, like how I felt it myself when I started using creatine. It got like, basically I could do 1 to 2 more reps with same weight. And that it gives you that kind of little boost for your workouts. And obviously over time, when you use it, you are making more progress when you have that creatine. So it's something what you should be like if you are athlete, definitely. And if you are aging and want to prevent that muscle loss, that's something what you definitely should be using. But creatine isn't just only for workout supplement. What it's the best known as a workout supplement. But there is, like I mentioned, there is all the time new research, new studies are coming. So, for example, cognitive function. So there is studies telling that improved brain performance. So it has been shown to improve your cognitive performance, particularly in tasks that require short-term memory and quick thinking. And it's also helping mental fatigue. So there are some studies suggest that creatine can help to reduce mental fatigue, although there is not too much research in this area. Then there is neuroprotective effects. So it could be beneficial and having effects against like Alzheimer, Parkinson, Huntington's disease. So there is not only those and some brain injuries. So if you have had some treatment of traumatic brain injuries, obviously against aging, bone density, muscle loss, heart health, blood sugar control. There is literally so many possible benefits, and it's all the time coming. And my thing, it could be even number one in this list before protein. But creatine is something. What is the disadvantages with the protein? Like there is not. Basically, what it affects is that you are going to hold a little bit scale weight, but where it is that scale weight is going. Like so, it's something what is naturally in creatine is totally natural. It's in animal products and like in a meat. So especially if you are vegetarian or don't eat a lot of meat, you are getting those that creatine levels through supplementation, and that is something because we don't eat a lot of meat, so it's maybe a couple of times a week. But creatine, when you get that levels full, it makes such a huge difference from it have made for myself, and that water retention. So it's holding muscle, it holds water in your muscles, so that your muscles might be looking a little bit fuller. And definitely you are going to see that scale weight might go up, but that is that when you know that your body holds a little bit more water in your muscles, and it's only temporary, like within first couple of days, and then it usually goes away. I have been using it for years, and it was in the beginning, like I gained, I don't know, 1 to 2 kilos, if I don't remember wrong, when I started taking it. And amounts you should be taking creatine, it's actually a lot, probably less than most people take. Like recommendations are 5 grams per day, but for example, it could be a little bit less also. So I'm that 5 grams is always like that. That is what most studies have done. But for example, me personally, I take 3 grams per day, and I weigh 90 kilos, so it's like 200 pounds, and not eating too much meat. But when I did my blood work, my creatine levels were on a high end, and it just shows that creatine levels were full, and to getting more creatine per day, it wouldn't be beneficial, or it's not giving some benefit. So you don't need to take it, and if you get it 3 grams per day, that makes such a big difference in your workouts, and also have other benefits, other possible health benefits. So then number 3, what I also personally use, these are first 2 supplements, and then number 3 is omega-3 fatty acids. And this is something like if you live, its benefits are obviously cardiovascular health, brain function, and anti-inflammatory properties. So those, if you have some kind of heart or brain health concerns, you should probably consider at least supplementing with omega-3s as especially if you don't eat a lot of fatty fish. So I live in an area where we don't eat a lot of fish, or especially not fatty fish. We don't have access. There is no ocean or anything in close. So that is something what I eat. Like I'm not like supplement companies, they often recommend that you should have like, because there is no, if you look research, there is no upper limit how much you could be using, because you could be taking as much as you want. Like obviously this is always goal from supplement companies. So there is no upper limit what you could be, or it's not doing harm if you take it too much. It's just that then your body is not able to use it. Like, for example, creatine or protein, if you take it, if you supplement, or omega-3s, if you supplement it too much, it's not that your body is just, you are going to basically pee it out. So you are instead of getting some benefits, you are just having very expensive pee. So there is no really benefits of overdoing it. Like I do, like, I used to, I took from Legion, what is still my sponsor. I haven't been using now their products, but I take their official recommendation is 4 capsules per day. I take 1, for example, as if you look amounts, how much you are getting, and that is already something, but it's just consistently taking it, and it's there is not too much research about omega-3s, but there is like cardiovascular health, brain health, joint health, eye health. There are a lot of those things, like especially older you are getting, or if you have some joint pain, arthritis, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. So these are those people who should be definitely using. And if you are like, if you are on blood thinners, so you don't want to use it, or if you have some seafood allergies, or if you have some certain health conditions like liver disease or something, so those you gotta be careful before taking it. But those are basically, that's a health supplement what I personally take, what I recommend always to take. Then number 4 in that list is what is the most beneficial from science is vitamin D. So vitamin D, it benefits our bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. So who should use it? So those who are lacking sun exposure, older adults, or people with the darker skin. So this is something like, if you don't get, I think it's if you live in an area that you don't have a lot of sun, especially in winter time, it could make sense. But let's say for me personally, I'm not taking time. I'm living in a place that we have sun all the time. Obviously now in the winter time it's a bit less, but we have still enough. So I'm outside. I like to go to walk. So I feel that I don't need it. It would be wasting my money if I would take vitamin D in a place where I live. As I'm outside, I'm moving a lot, but obviously your situation might be different. So those are, vitamin D is number 3. Number 4, and then number 5 is magnesium. So magnesium, its benefits are energy production, muscle function, and sleep quality. So those are who are, if you are deficient, obviously it's hard to say without some blood tests, but if you are deficient, you should definitely use it. Athletes and people who have some sleep issues. So magnesium, it's beneficial, and that is number 1 in my most beneficial supplements. So then number 5 most overrated supplements, and number 1 in this list is glutamine, as there is a claimed benefits are that it's you are recovering faster, you might get some immune support, and reality is that studies show mixed results. So generally, it's not worth of most people. So it's number 1. Number 2 is raspberry ketones. So claimed benefits are fat loss or increased metabolism, and reality is that there is a very little evidence to support these claims. Number 3 with most overrated supplements is CLA. So it's conjugated linoleic acid. So claimed benefits are fat loss or lean muscle gain, and reality is that inconsistent results in studies and potential side effects. Number 4 in most overrated supplements is yahimbine. So claimed benefits are fat loss, improved sexual performance, and reality is that it's largely discredited and can cause harmful side effects. And number 5 is all testosterone boosters. So claimed benefits are with those testosterone boosters is muscle growth and improved mood and libido. But reality is that most over-the-counter product don't have any significant impact. So those all testosterone boosters, they are mostly they don't do anything. So if you want to get, for example, testosterone, talk with your doctor. There are some treatments to get your testosterone higher, but those supplements or some pills what you can buy without doctor prescription, they are just not worth of your money. Then I got questions about 3 very common supplements. What I want to dive a little bit deeper: collagen, protein, fat burners, and BCAAs, as those are very popular. But there is a little bit different kind of research what is going on with those supplements, as especially collagen protein powder, as that I mentioned earlier. It's those whey and casein, egg protein, kind of normal protein powder is the most beneficial, and collagen protein powder, it's something what is often I see that, especially because it has some kind of benefits. So claimed benefits what collagen protein should be that it's improved skin health, joint support, and better hair and nails. So this is something what most, especially women, are, when I talk with the clients, they are taking it. And I'm not saying that it's bad. You can take it, but what research have found is that collagen protein has shown promise in improving skin elasticity and hydration, as well reducing wrinkles. It can be beneficial for joint health. However, it's not a complete protein source. So it should not replace other proteins that provide all essential amino acids. So this is something like what I feel like, especially older, like people, women, they don't want to get wrinkles, and older men also, you want to look, improving your skin and everything. So in this case, collagen protein is helping, but remember that it's not helping for replacing protein. So if you take collagen protein powder, it's not the same thing that you take whey protein or eat your chicken breast. It's just basically for if you are interested in your skin, hair, and joint health, collagen may be worth of considering. Otherwise, high quality, complete protein source would be more, would make more sense, kind of like it's either whey or any other protein powder. It makes sense. So then next question is, often what I hear is fat loss supplements. Like you heard from that list, all those what I mentioned, CLAs, glutamine, yohimb, and those all kind of ketones, they are, as this is $1 billion business. All fat loss supplements, they are helping that you are going to get accelerated fat loss. Maybe you are improving your metabolism, and appetite is going to suppress. And what research is actually finding that if it's that effectiveness of fat loss supplements is highly variable and often overhyped. So what if you look fat loss supplements, so caffeine and green tea extract are among the more well-studied fat loss aids than seems to offer, and that seems to offer like milk benefits. So many others lack conclusive evidence to support their claims. So there is no age kind of supplements that this have worked for someone. And often what those fat loss supplements, what they are doing, like you might get some feeling that you are not going to be so hungry. So it's going to suppress your appetite. But then what you are, as our bodies, they are very fast at adapting. And then soon as you are not taking it, so how it's going, like you, in the beginning, if you start using some fat loss supplement, you might feel less hungry. And then a little bit later, it's not, you are going to feel hungry again, or you have to increase amount you are eating it. So to get the doses higher, and then, it's endless road. If you try to either all the time eat more or eat more that supplement, that you feel the doses. Like it's same if you never used caffeine, but caffeine is something, if you drink coffee, like 1 to 3 or 4 coffees, caffeine is one of the most beneficial supplement. The problem is that most of the people are already drinking coffee, and you are getting used to it, so that doesn't help anymore. So you need to that's why all kind of pre-workout supplements or energy drinks, they have to have so high amount of caffeine that you feel it. So it's a very lot of caffeine. Like that's why, for example, for me personally, I love to use, I have basically never want to rely on pre-workouts or taking some pre-workouts. But sometimes if I just didn't sleep well or something, I take pre-workout. But if I take with a lot of caffeine, some pre-workout late in the evening, there's no chance that I'm going to sleep that night. So it's then I'm basically sacrificing my sleep when I take some pre-workout with some steams or caffeine later at night. So in the morning, if I do, like most of the time I do my workouts in the morning, and that I can tell that it's obviously it's working, it's helping to, in some days when I, for example, didn't sleep well or have some other feeling tired. So pre-workouts with a lot of caffeine are helping. But same thing if you think fat loss supplements. So it's not, you are going to get that kind of suppression in the beginning, but then it's not what you are going to do. Then when you are going to eat, you are not going to learn anything, or it's not, you might get some quick fix for first 10 days. And then after that, either you have to take higher dose or it's not going to work. So if it's worth of investment, so I understand your frustration. You want to lose weight, you want to do it fast, but these supplements offer very marginal benefits at the best, and are not substitute for dietary and lifestyle changes that are needed for effective weight loss. So I highly recommend to stay away, save your money with all fat loss supplements. So they are not for metabolism, they are not doing anything, and losing fat faster, that is just it won't happen. So don't trust it and don't waste your money. So BCAAs are then what are BCAAs? It's kind of protein, it's branched chain amino acids, and they are promising to have enhanced muscle growth, reduced muscle soreness, and a quicker recovery. What research is saying that while BCAA can support muscle protein synthesis, most people, you get already enough of them when you are eating balanced diet with a high quality protein. Moreover, taking BCAA in isolation may not provide the same benefits as consuming all essential amino acids. So if you are already taking some other, this is kind of same than collagen protein. So if you are already taking, there is benefit. If you don't eat any protein and you start to take BCAA, it's better than nothing. If you are not getting any protein, but if you are already having some balanced protein, you are taking already whey protein, you are already taking maybe some other protein shake, there is no additional benefit of taking BCAA because you are already getting everything what you basically need to get all those amino acids. So it's not you don't get any benefit. So you are basically again wasting your money. And if you already eat some normal proteins, and this is something like what I use. This is what I use myself. I have a collaboration with a company called, I live here in Italy. It's in an area where I live called Alps Solute Solution. Their products are coming from Sweden. Like I gotta say, I loved them I loved. Earlier I have used products from Legion. I tried with My Protein, I think, from companies, but I gotta say that, for example, with My Protein, that protein powder from them, I was not digesting it well, so it felt like that my stomach was upset all the time, and now with Legion products, with Alps Solution products they have from Sylph. It's a Swedish company where they are getting proteins, so they are quality products. You can see from labels, you can see everything goes. That is for me, it's important. It's maybe not like, if I think My Protein was probably the cheaper option, but my stomach was upset all the time, and this is something what I personally want to have. I'm ready to invest a little bit more for quality products over getting the cheapest possible, and protein powders. If there is many, like I know if you have some kind of intolerance or different companies, like I said, that if that doesn't feel, it should feel protein powder or protein supplement should feel in stomach like you would have eat chicken breast, that it's like one food, that you don't feel any difference. If your stomach is upset, try the different protein. Maybe instead of whey protein, try casein protein, or try different taste, different companies. So then the goal is that you find what you enjoy drinking or eating, and what is not upsetting your stomach, and that is the best way. Like I said, I'm using that Alps Solution. I have a code there. I put it link for my show notes. It's Turo 15 Alps Solution, and in Legion I have code Turo. You get minus 20% from your first order or double points. So I have, those are my what I personally use, what I recommend, what I can only tell good about, and that is what I personally use, and that is everything what I have today. I'm very bad at selling, but I don't. It doesn't matter. You can order your protein or supplements wherever you want. Those are just what I personally use and love. So if they are helping, good. If not, then no worries. And for creatine, what I personally use, it doesn't matter what kind of creatine. I rather take it from powder, like what is micronized protein powder or creatine powder. And for example, what I pay, it's costing like 50 euros, I think, half kilo with the Alps Solution. And if you get minus 15% off, so you pay 40 euros or something for half kilo of protein. If you take 3 grams per day, you have it for half year almost with 40 euros. So it's very inexpensive supplement. So that was only for supplements today. If you have any questions, just email me turo@fitmeetturo.com, or just DM me in my Instagram. And if you enjoy my podcast, I would really appreciate leave 5-star reviews. Thank you for all those who have done it. They are helping me massively to provide quality information. And thank you for listening, and talk to you soon. Hold up, friend. Do you love Fit Me Turo Fitness podcast? If so, the best way to say thank you is to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review on iTunes. I know every podcaster wants you to leave a review, but it's because those reviews help the podcast to reach more people. I truly want to know what you think, and if this particular episode resonated with you, would you also please share it? Either send a link to someone who you think will find it valuable, or take a screenshot and post it into your social media and tell your friends and family why they should listen it. Make sure you tag me so I can hear your feedback and give you a little love. And if you aren't already following me on Instagram or TikTok, that's the perfect time to hit that follow button. Thank you for being here and listening to Fit Me Turo Fitness podcast.